At 50K a year, I was broke but present. At $300,000 a year, I was successful but missing everything. Let me tell you about the trap nobody warns you about, the success trap. It's the thing that nobody talks about when you're grinding to build your business. Everyone tells you just to get to six figures and then everything is going to get easier. It's a lie. Six figures doesn't make it easier. It makes it more complicated. More clients, more systems, more deliverables, more decisions, more people needing you, more hours required. Somewhere along the way, you realize you built a business for freedom and you created a prison, a beautiful, lucrative prison. And today I'm telling you the story of how I fell into the success trap, what it actually felt like, and what it took to get out. Not because I want you to feel bad about your success, but because I want you to recognize the pattern before you waste 3 years like I did. I'm Lauren Apple, and I am a scaling strategist for CEO parents, and I want to help you gain back more profit and presence. So let's get into it. 3 years ago, by every external measure, I was crushing it. Multiple six figures in revenue, good clients, growing business. People would ask, how's business? And I'd say, great, really busy with a smile. And I was busy. I was working 65 to 70 hours a week, running my household, raising 4 kids at the time. And here's what a typical week looked like for me. 5 a.m., I would wake up, immediately check my email. 5 to 6:30, I would work while the kids slept. 6:30 to 7 was madness and chaos getting my kids ready for school. 7 a.m., we had a 38-minute commute to drop off. And 8:30 to 3, back-to-back client calls, deliverables, firefighting. At 3 o'clock, I would pick up my kids. 4 to 5, I would be present but thinking about work. And 5 to 5:30, making dinner while answering Slack and responding to my team. 6 to 7:30 was my family time, which really just included bedtimes, getting everything settled for school the next day, all the things that you do to manage a home. I was physically there, but I was mentally gone. And then 7:30 to 10:30 every single night, sometimes even later than that, back to my laptop for catch up on work. The weekends, Saturday mornings, I would have a quick work session that became 4 hours plus long. Sunday afternoons, I would be planning and prepping for the week. And so in total, I was working 65 to 70 hours a week, every single week. The revenue was there. The bank account looked okay, but I was dying inside, constantly behind, never enough time to do all the things, choosing between work and family, guilty when working because I wasn't with my kids, guilty when with my kids because I wasn't working, missing school performances for client calls, physically at family dinner, but mentally reviewing my to-do list, checking email during my kids' birthdays, working on vacation because it was just this one thing, snapping at my family because I was exhausted. And the worst part, I couldn't even complain about it because everyone else thought I had it made. You're so successful. You're living the dream. So I smiled and said thanks and felt like a fraud. Because this wasn't the dream. This was a nightmare disguised as success. And the breaking point came at family dinner. Maybe you've heard this story before if you followed along. It was nothing dramatic, but it was just a Tuesday night, hot dogs and mac and cheese because it was all we had time for. The usual chaos with my kids at the family. I was cutting my toddler's food with one hand and answering a client Slack message with the other, left the table to go answer another client emergency. And as I was walking back, I heard my 10-year-old talking to her dad about something that happened at school. And then she asked him, why is mom always working? She didn't know I heard her, but I did. And something broke inside me in that moment because she was right. I was always working. Even when I wasn't physically at my laptop, I was working, planning, strategizing, worrying, problem solving. My body was at the dinner table, but my brain was in my inbox. And my kids noticed. And that night after they went to bed, I sat on the couch and I cried. Not because I was overwhelmed. I'd been overwhelmed for years, but because I realized this is what I built. I didn't stumble into this by accident. I built it. Every yes I said to clients, every boundary I violated, every just this once that became a pattern, I had built a business that required me to sacrifice the things that mattered most, my family and my presence, and I was good at it. The business was thriving, but I was dying. And I had two choices in that moment: fix the business model or shut it down. Because I couldn't keep doing what I was doing. I couldn't spend the next 10 years missing my kids' childhoods. I couldn't model to my kids that success required sacrificing the most important things. So I chose option one: fix it. And that decision changed everything for me. Let me tell you about what the success trap actually is. And it's not about working hard. It's not about having ambition, because I know you have it. The success trap is when your business model requires you to sacrifice what you built your business for. You started the business for freedom, for flexibility, for presence with family, and yes, for income. But the business demanded constant availability, long hours, and mental bandwidth you didn't have. And here's how it happens. Stage one, you're building. You're in the 0 to 100K revenue range. You're hustling, you're working all the hours, saying this is a season, this is temporary, because you tell yourself that, just until I get established, just until I hit 6 figures. Stage two, you start growing. 100 to 300K, you hit 6 figures, you're excited, but the work doesn't decrease. It multiplies. More clients equals more deliverables. More revenue equals more complexity. More success equals more people needing you. You're working more hours at 200K than you did at 50K. But you tell yourself, this is what growth looks like. It'll ease up once I'm more established. And then stage three, you're trapped. You're in the 250, 300K plus range. You're making great money. You're successful, and you realize you can't take a vacation without your business falling apart. You can't take a sick day without clients panicking. You can't work less without revenue dropping. You are the business, and the business owns you. This is the success trap. You built a business that only works if you're constantly working. You created a job that pays well but requires sacrificing everything else. The lie you believed was, man, once I hit this revenue goal, I'll have the freedom to work less, be present, take time off. But the truth is, revenue doesn't create freedom. Operational design does. I've seen people making 500K working 70 hours per week plus 90 hours, some of them. And I've seen people making 350K working 20 hours a week. The difference isn't the revenue, it's the model. Getting out of the success trap required complete operational redesign, not productivity hacks, not better time management, redesign. So here's what I did in my business. Phase one, I removed. Months 1 and 2, I audited everything I was doing, my time, my energy, my resources, how I was doing things, what was happening in my business. And I asked myself, should this exist at all? And I decided there were some things that I needed to cut. 3 service tiers that generated minimal revenue but ate massive time. They weren't profitable. Networking commitments that never converted to clients. Social platforms with 0 ROI. Opportunities that didn't align with my standards. The result? I freed up 15 to 20 hours per week immediately. Phase 2, optimize. This is my road method. Remove. Phase 2, optimize. Months 3 and 4, I documented every process that remained. I created templates for repetitive work. I streamlined onboarding from 8 hours to 4 hours per client. I built decision-making frameworks for what required my input. The result? Another 8 to 10 hours per week saved. Phase 3, I automated. This is where you use technology before people. So months 5 and 6, I automated payment reminders, scheduling, welcome sequences, invoice generation. I set up systems for anything repeatable in my business. And the result was another 5 to 7 hours per week that I freed up of my time. And then lastly, phase 4, I delegated, months 7 through 12. Only after the first 3 phases did I hire support. I brought in a values-aligned virtual assistant who shared my family first priorities. I delegated email triage, calendar management, client communication, research, project management. And the result was another 15 hours per week reclaimed. So in total, in all 4 phases in my road method, remove, optimize, automate, delegate, I claimed back 43 to 52 hours per week. From 70 hours to 30 hours a week. And now I try to work even less than that. And it was the same revenue, better profit margins, but more importantly, I was actually present for my life. Here's what that looks like now. 4 p.m. laptop close. Every single weekday, I close my laptop by 4 p.m. No exceptions. Some days it's 2:30. Friday afternoons for intentional time with my teens. It's a non-negotiable. I haven't missed a morning hug with my kids in years. I take actual vacations where I'm offline. I'm actually at the end of my Christmas and New Year vacation right now, and I have barely picked up any work. Mentally and physically, I'm there. I'm present at family dinners, not because I have better time management, because I redesigned the business to protect what matters. Since getting out of the success trap myself, I've worked with hundreds of CEO parents. And here are the patterns that I see over and over again. Pattern 1, they think it's a productivity problem. I just need better systems. I just need to pay someone to set up my CRM. I need to be more efficient. I need to have better focus blocks. Yes, some of that is helpful, but no, that's not going to redesign your business. It's wrong. You need operational redesign. Your business model is broken. Pattern 2, they think that they are the problem. I should be able to handle this. Other people manage without this much help. Wrong. Your business isn't designed for the life you want to live. You have to redesign it. And then pattern 3, they think they need to just work harder. It's just a season. If I just push through this busy season, once I get past this launch or into the next phase, wrong. It never eases up unless you redesign the model. The truth that nobody tells you, the business model that got you to 6 figures will not get you past 6 figures with your sanity intact. You need systems. You need support. You need operational redesign, and you need to do it in the right order. Remove, optimize, automate, then finally delegate. The goal isn't to work less because you're lazy. The goal is to design a business that serves your life instead of consuming it. Profit and presence, not one or the other. If you're in the success trap right now, I want you to sign up for my email newsletter list. You can do that by taking our assessment below that's going to tell you how ready you are to scale your business and your life. And I share strategies every single week for CEO parents who refuse to choose between building a business and being there for the people that matter the most. The link is in the description below. We would love to have you a part of the list because you don't have to stay trapped. You just need to design differently. You can have it all, your profit and your presence. Subscribe by completing our assessment below if you want more content like this. I post every single week. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you in the next one.